What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Keep left.
Um, Wanted to mention here, basically my opinions on the college football playoff. Give a little overview of college football in general. I think that
In
college
3.3
football
miles,
and
continue on to
my
I-276
nav
West.
whatever is interfering, of course, but that's gonna be life when you're driving home. What I wanted to mention here is I wanted to mention that the college football playoff is better off going to 8 teams, because at 4 teams there are teams that have gotten eliminated from the playoffs that otherwise would be in the mix. Now, I don't want there to be a 16 playoff or a 64 team freaking crapshoot of a playoff. I think it is still you need to still make the regular season meaningful, and that's why originally I was a big fan of 4 team playoff, because I thought like the Louisville Clemson game was great because of the 14 playoff. You want to make it really hard to get into the playoff, and you want to make it very coveted and very, very difficult to be one of the 4 teams selected, and you don't just want to see it become an NCAA
In
tournament
2
where you
miles,
have teams
continue
that
on to
suck,
I-276
where
West.
you have teams that suck getting into the playoff. You really want to make the playoffs fair so that the best teams are going to end up winning the playoffs and there's not too many rounds of playoffs. But 8 teams would be great, and I'll tell you why. Because it would make teams in the SEC like LSU and Arkansas, it would have made them more relevant. And there were plenty of great games this year between teams in the SEC and teams in all conferences that had 2 losses or more, and it would just create more chaos, and um, it would just create more fun in general. Um, it would just create a lot more chaos. It would create a lot more intriguing matchups and games, because you look at Wisconsin, they're a perfect team for the 18 playoff. Even LSU and Coach O would have been a perfect team for the 18 playoff. Even Texas A&M, even losing the Bama, they still would have had a chance. Even Tennessee, that South Carolina game would have been even more devastating, because an 18 playoff would have been at stake. So the 14 playoff is a little too limiting, because teams like Nebraska, teams like Wisconsin that I just mentioned, teams like Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, the Battle of Bedlam game will be freaking huge this weekend if it was an 18 playoff. So I am all for an 18 playoff now. Keep it at 8. Do not expand. Do not expand. But having an 18 playoff, it just allows more games to be more impactful. Even Washington State would have a chance at an 18 playoff, so the Apple Cup today would still be fantastic. The 14 playoff, people like 14 playoff because it's hard, but conference championship week isn't going to be any good. USC is not even going to be in the conference title game, and if USC was in an 18 playoff with Sam Darnold and Clay Helton, that would be a pretty damn fun football team to watch in an 18 playoff, because I believe that USC is probably the second or third best team in the entire country. And if USC played in an NFL style playoff, where like they were like a wild card seed in the playoffs, USC would actually be a team that would go probably play Alabama and lose the championship, because Alabama, USC, and Ohio State are the 3 best teams in college football. Um, and I get that the 14 playoffs exciting. I get that Penn State keeping Ohio State out of the playoffs is cool. I get that some regular season games between elite teams is cool. I get that the first couple weeks are a little bit better because you eliminate so many people immediately, and that it is so damn hard to get there. But the fact is, there's so many games in the middle of the season between mid-tier SEC and Big Ten teams that have 2 or 3 losses, that the 18 playoff is still attainable, and it would just continue to attract these teams, and they wouldn't tank. And the New Year's Six Bowl is, frankly, not exciting at all. The only bowls I really give a crap about are the playoff games, and that's frankly the truth. And maybe if I'm a fan of a team in the New Year's Six Bowl. But if I'm not a fan of a team in the New Year's Six Bowl, I'm just going to bet on the game, and then I'm not really going to care. So that's my perceived thoughts. I'm actually a big fan now of actually deciding to be in favor of an 18 playoff. More teams are interested in the 18 playoff, and it will be a good time. So, listen, guys, thank you. Appreciate you guys subscribing, liking the videos. I might do some more NFL film reviews. I don't know. It takes a lot of time. But, hey, thank you guys so much. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.